but the moves is the best bit.
Our non-stop schedule meant that the flight from Taiwan to Korea was our only opportunity to celebrate Grace's birthday. We were now halfway through our Asian tour, and with all the delights that Seoul has to offer, it promised to be the busiest destination yet. The morning revealed a true megacity. With the wide River Han as its centerpiece, Seoul stretches to the horizon in every direction. From the garden of our hotel, we decided to find out a bit more about the city before venturing out to see the sights.
Seoul is what we call an ancient modern capital. It was the headquarters of the Joseon dynasty. The king came here and picked this location specifically because of its location on the Han River and the surrounding mountainside that fortified the city. Further to protect it, they built a wall around the city, and this became the royal city of Seoul with 5 royal palaces. So, you know, many cities are lucky if they have 1 royal palace, but I think we're pretty lucky to have 5.
It's an amazing, growing, busy, fast living community, I would say. It's diverse. On the other hand, you can see so many different things. You have beautiful old heritage palaces, temples, beautiful green scenery. But you also have this amazing, busy business district. You have this conference center, you have the National Assembly. Also the Korean hospitality, I have to say. Due to the cultural backgrounds, you always will be greeted with a smile. And you know, I worked in other countries, and sometimes you wish they would half smile like they do here, you know?
After my wander around Seoul city centre, I decided to come up north of the mountains to a property called Samjanggak. Here I'm going to experience some traditional cuisine as well as watching a great performance. The performance hall behind me can seat up to 140 people, so it's a great option for delegates. You can also learn how to play a traditional instrument here, so something quite exciting.
Seoul prides itself on blending its meeting spaces with the classical look of the city. A good example of this is at the Shilla Hotel, with rooms for multiple sized events tucked away in a traditional, perfectly formed mini convention centre. It is known as the Yongbin-gwan, meaning state guest house. But Seoul is also a design capital, and they were eager that I see what they were doing to capitalise on this.
I'm here in the DDP Information Centre, which is the Dongdaenom Design Plaza, literally meaning East Gate, so that's the east part of the city that we're in at the moment. So this is a sculpture of what the place is going to look like when it opens up in 2013. You've got the education centre here, then the exhibition space, and then this far part over here, this is going to be the conferencing facilities. As you can tell from all the greenery and everything, it's obviously going to be a very eco-friendly conference centre. They're looking at doing things like solar paneling, a lot of greenery and plants and everything on the top of the building, aluminium cladding. So they're putting a lot of work and thought into that idea. The DDP is currently being built on what used to be the original Seoul football stadium, which was built in 1928. They decided that they wanted something like a design showcase, something very smart, and this is the perfect area, I suppose, to do that. I think you can really tell from what they're showcasing here the type of clients that they're looking to attract. It's very technology-based, very innovative, very creative. It's also in an area of Seoul that's known as the fashion district. So you can imagine a lot of fashion houses wanting to come here and use this area as a place to showcase their products. I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to come back in 2013 and see what can be done.
So I've just been told they're actually going to let me in and have a sneak peek at the DDP in construction. So I'm in the building site now. And actually looking over there to my right, I can really get a sense of what the place is going to look like. It really matches up with what I was looking at in the information centre.
I feel very important that you're letting us go up onto the roof. Good views as well. I'm going to come back again in 2013 so that I can see exactly what it's like when there's people milling about, and I'll say I was up there when it was still being built. Wow. It's a large space here, it really is.
By the spiral way from the second basement to fourth.
Okay, yeah. The green area that they can enjoy in the sunshine. Okay, great.
So we just, this one we put the normal grass.
And then they get the view of all the buildings around the city.
Yeah.
But they're in this nice green spot. I like it.
Next stop was the Seoul's existing and main exhibition space, the hugely impressive COEX.
Mr. Hom, nice to meet you.
This is my manager.
Hello, Sonia. Nice to meet you, Sonia.
Hi, Maddie.
Nice to meet you, Maddie.
Nice to meet you too.
So, Mr. Hong, what makes COEX a great option for an international meeting planner to choose this as their destination?
We have 3 goals. First one is to be the smart COEX, and the second one is the green COEX, and the third one is global COEX. Smart COEX means we are preparing most efficient facilities to provide the IT background to be the successful meetings in here. And second one is the green COEX. We utilize the energy properly and reduce the CO2. And the third one is the global COEX, means annually we hold more than 200 exhibitions here, but we want to have the 1 or 2 world-famous exhibitions in here. So we are now starting and research about that.
So this is called D.
Okay.
It's a pillarless space that we have. As you can see, the ceiling is 17.5 meters, so it's pretty high.
How many
So
people can fit in here?
It could fit up to 3,000. If you just put the chairs in, up to 7,000.
Up to
So that's
7,000.
maximum capacity.
Okay.
We actually held G20 Seoul Summit here in this space. So 20 leaders, including Mr. President Obama, was here doing a meeting.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously has to be very tightly run.
We have 900 different cameras.
Oh my God.
This is also where we have our central control room for the BEM system, which is a building energy management system, hydro or electric or coal. And then it switches between that depending on how much of that is available. And so it saves both energy and money. This is the piano fountain. And basically what this fountain does is it takes the fumes from the air in COEX Mall and then filters them here with the water. And then of course it also has music and looks really nice. And it's a pretty popular stop for just people all around the city or tourists. And then also here we have 3 hotels on site. This is the Grand Intercontinental, this is the Oakwood Resorts, and then over further this way is the COEX Intercontinental. And so we actually have 1,500 rooms here on site that are connected underground.
All really important things for delegates. You've got your shopping covered, hotels that are really within walking distance, casino if they want to gamble a bit, and when they have to leave, the airport's right there. Perfect. Conveniently located opposite COEX, which is Seoul's largest conference and exhibition centre, is the ancient Bunguza Buddhist temple. I'm going to go inside and check it out. These massive cool sculptures behind me were actually built for Buddha's birthday celebrations just last week. So while these might look really new, the temple inside is incredibly old. I'm at the Samsung Delight Center. I'm really excited about this one because I've heard there's loads of cool gadgets that I can go in and play around with. Oh, did you see that? Nice. I know I'm nice. Woo! That's a crazy one. Okay, fine. Okay. Ah, look how far I threw it. Why am I a boy though? Oh, look, look, look. I heart Seoul. And look, look. That's brilliant. Way better than first time. It's because I'm a girl now. I've had amazing fun here for the afternoon playing with all these toys, but I'm late for lunch, so I better head off before I spend an absolute fortune in here.
So far on our tour, the Asian sense of hospitality had meant that every lunch was a banquet. But I had an afternoon appointment with the local industry VIP, leaving no time for such extravagance. So where better to go for food than Bibigo? Here, your delicious, fresh Korean meal arrives at the speed of light.
A lot of vegetarian variety here. I know this one because I had this before. That's a watery kimchi soup. That's mung beans, a whole load of tofu and rice. I think it's a traditional Korean rice bowl, which I'm really excited to try out. There's a tofu and some kind of hot soup. So a lot of choices here. Yum.
As well as being head of his own PCO company, MtW holds an increasingly important role in the country, president of Korea's MICE Association. I began by asking him what he thought Seoul had to offer as a PCO destination for clients.
The easy accessibility first, and there are many entertainment places, also the convention facility as COEX.
And do you find that you work closely with the tourism organizations here?
Actually, the convention industry, the government sector, is the Seoul Tourism Organization is half government, half private sector. So Seoul Tourism Organization is in charge of convention industry.
What type of PCO clients are coming to Seoul?
In general, there are four categories of clients. Is the government, also local government sector. Also second is academic society, the medical or the technology, and then association market. And then lastly, corporate. Recently, the corporate incentive travel is many, the corporate, the number of convention is growing.
And finally, Esmond, what do you think the one thing is in Seoul that really is key, that people really should experience from this destination?
As Chinese big scale, also Japanese detail, but Korea is the human touch, it's hospitality.
Thanks, guys. Well played. Well played.
We'd seen the business hub and visited the mountains, but a trip to Seoul is not complete without a cruise on the city's centerpiece, the Han River. We took a water taxi with our guide Alex from the city's convention bureau.
Right there we have the floating islands. They're made up of 3 artificial man-made floating structures. They were set to open for the G20. That was pushed back a little bit, and they'll be opening this August. The three structures have several meetings facilities. They can hold several hundred people. And outside they also have a media art gallery display and a small pavilion. So even if you're not there for a meeting, you can walk by and enjoy the area. Definitely one of the most innovative facilities that Seoul has made.
Yeah, very cool.
The new waterside meeting venues being built are just one example of the city's Han River Renaissance, a project to see the river return to its former glory. With Seoul's green credentials to the fore, the aim is to make the river the heart of the city once more.
Seoul is a leader in IT, information technology, and has been recognized by UNESCO as a creative city of design. These are all themes that we like to portray, especially with our social media marketing, which is one way that we reach out to our younger generation. For example, if we have a big event, we would definitely publicize that on our social networking sites, including Twitter and Facebook, and that way people know right away, and it's real-time updates on what's going on, and people can react to that immediately and get immediately involved.
Are people replying and getting involved online?
Definitely, and what's surprising is it's not just meetings industry planners, not those just in the meetings industry, but people all around who are interested in these different niche fields. And so it really increases the brand value of the city in general. If you have a promotion and somehow it goes viral, you suddenly have thousands, potentially tens of thousands of people following you, following your events, following all the great news that you've been putting a lot of hard work into to promote. And all this great buzz, and that could happen very easily overnight for just about nothing. And to get something out of nothing, that's value, that's return on investment.
And of course, it wouldn't be a river trip without a chance for me to take the wheel.
Thank you so much. You're so generous letting me drive the expensive boat. You don't know what I'm like at this. So, guys, fasten your seatbelts. Yeah? I'm very good at this, don't mind her. No, come back.
You're a little bit to your right, it's fine. A little bit.
Okay,
Okay, that's good. Wow, you're getting good.
Yeah, well, I have the cameraman and the captain and my producer telling me exactly what to do. Look, no hands. It's okay. I'm on the On River. I'm in the restaurant area at the moment. This can take about 50 people, and then further down the hall there's breakout rooms. The whole top floor takes about 150 people banquet style, and you've got really breathtaking views of the river.
As the sun set on Seoul, the city showed yet another unexpected side to herself. Under the N Tower is a spot for lovers, where tokens are left in a forest of love locks. But we were ending our Seoul day on a high, with dinner and the best view in town.
Cheers! Cheers! Welcome.
Yeah. Our driver was excellent, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he let me drive.
No, I was wondering if you were going to get to have that. I went on a yacht cruise. Score for me at 1-0.
And that's the cool thing, isn't it?
We'd had a great time in Seoul and finished in true style, with great food, a great view, great hospitality, and of course, great company. The perfect send-off before flying out to our final Asian destination.